Hi viewers, to introduce myself, I'm Santosh. I live in Chennai and I work in an IT firm. I'm passionate about coding and I write a lot of books on programming, management principles, training materials, etc. Apart from this, I also do support non-profit organizations in providing counseling services for students and professionals and also provide career guidance. Today, I wanted to talk on the subject of being a leader. With the COVID-19 pandemic in place, there are a lot of challenges being faced by organizations and employees, causing a lot of stress, depression, demotivation, survival, with a lot of mood swings. Most of my colleagues were asking me, why am I talking about this subject? I had been getting in a lot of calls from my friends and colleagues on this subject and wanted to share a small experience of mine. For me, a good leader is someone with a dream and a vision, not just to inspire, but to empower our coworkers by building trust and encouraging people to make decisions. An effective leader, to me, is a person with the below qualities: honesty, openness, a strong decision maker, and an optimistic person. I also feel an effective leader needs to have the following qualities. He needs to be honest and be prepared for any type of commitment. He should be able to assess his personal strength and weakness, learn how people perceive him, understand the traits within a group, develop a vision and goal, learn and practice his skill sets, knows the organization and the industry, and makes his communication transparent. Now, to go back to my short story, when I had started off as a in my mid-level career, there were a lot of hard decisions that I had to make, but I always ensured to treat my fellow workers with respect and always had been transparent in talks and decisions. I always used to identify the pros and cons of my team because each and every one around are unique in our own way, and working together as a team lifts us to a greater height than an individual's contribution. I'd always help my coworkers identify their strengths, where most of us are still struggling to understand what best we can do. Most of us will hear these questions a lot. How come he or she is excelling? Is she or he better than me? How does he, she alone keep getting in job offers? The answer to this question is simple. The person has developed his motivation and inspiration, and he is able to move on. It is the small deeds that we do comes back to us to shapen us and gives us the courage to face any challenge. As years passed by, one day I received this call from a previous coworker that I worked with a few years back. I was trying to picturize him, but I was not able to recollect, but I did remember his name. And he told me how much how much I actually meant for him, and how was I able to mentor him, and how he's following in my footsteps with his current organization. I was really happy and surprised because for me it was the first time that someone called me up and told me that I'm his mentor. It takes a lot of decision, and courage to tell someone that he is your mentor, because sometimes egos do hold us back. But I don't think there's anything wrong, in telling the person if he's your mentor. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So I sat a while and pondered over what he said, and the one thing I realized is I lent them my ear to hear them out, understand them, and help them train their minds and make decisions. My actions gave them confidence to choose the right choices and make their own decisions in an honest manner. The only habit which I have, which is a part of my attitude, is to never say no. I've always worked around the problem to find a solution, and I believed nothing is impossible to solve. I also did have a tough life, but I kept moving because we had come up so far, and there's no point in giving up because again we need to start up from where we left. After a few more years, I started to receive more and more calls from my past co-workers telling me how much I've actually changed them, and I felt so much of joy in this, and I don't know, it's undescribable because it's the first time someone telling me this, and and then with these more number of calls coming in, I was so happy, and somehow the purpose of my existence, um, it gave me a meaning. It gave me meaning also, and it gave me new beginnings. So what I'm trying to ask today, all leaders, is to please support your team. We all do have our pros and cons, and we balance them with each other as a team. I wish all leaders would agree and support each other during this pandemic. The seeds we reap sow to become our strength. Thank you. I would also be dropping my mail ID and my LinkedIn profile below in the comment section. And in case you would like to get in touch with me, please do. Sure, we can actually exchange ideas. Thank you.